In last class we discussed about the operating point and DC low line of BJT along with how to select the operating point on DC low line and AC low line of BJT. So we know that operating point is nothing but the required DC voltage and current to apply BJT to operate in desired region. So we know in CE calculation the operating point we defined as VCE comma IC. So this operating point VC and IC, in this the collector current is not stable and it is varying with the some of the parameters here I mentioned. So when collector current is varying, then load line also varying. So when operating point is varying on low line, when Q point or operating point is shifted towards saturation, so positive off cycle is clipping at the output. If operating point is moving cutoff region, then negative off cycle is clipping off. To get the proper amplification without distortion, we need to keep the operating point VC comma IC at middle of the active region. That means that collector current and voltage between collector to emitter must be constant. It should not vary with any other parameter. But here collector current is varying with the sum of the parameters I mentioned. So to stabilize that collector current against the variation of these parameters, we will discuss here. Yes, to stabilize the Q point is called bias stability. So we must keep the Q point at the center of active region, so it should not shift along with these parameters, these reverse saturation current, base to emitter potential, and beta value of the BJT. So generally this Q point is shifting due to the two reasons. First one is temperature and second one is variation of beta or HFE value, which is defined by the manufacturer itself. So this beta is nothing but current gain of common emitter amplifier, otherwise you can say forward current gain. So it is defined by the manufacturer itself, so we cannot change that one. So this beta value is practically vary from transistor to transistor. So if I design a amplifier circuit with some beta value, if I am replacing that beta value again, whatever I design the circuit, Q point is varying either towards saturation or cutoff. Why? Because here beta value is changed. Why? Because here I am replacing the transistor with some other transistor. So practically the beta value is differ from the other transistors. Yes. So here we have to discuss about the temperature. Yes. This collector current is depends on the reverse saturation current at collector junction and VBE and beta value. So this reverse saturation current is depends on the temperature. Similarly, this VBE is also depends on the temperature. So the change in temperature affect these following parameters, that are reverse saturation current, ICO, and VBG and beta. So before going to that, so we should know the current relationships in the CE configuration, CE amplifier configuration. So we already derived this IC equals to alpha DC by 1 minus alpha DC into IB plus 1 by 1 minus alpha DC ICO. Otherwise it is a ICBO when emitter is open. So here we know this alpha by 1 minus alpha equals to beta. So we replace this alpha by 1 minus alpha equals to beta IB, and 1 by 1 minus alpha is replaced with 1 plus beta. It is already derived in the previous video lectures. So we can say IC equals to beta IB plus 1 plus beta ICO. This is the collector current. Yes. So in this equation we can observe this IC value is depends on the reverse saturation current ICO at collector junction. So it is multiples of 1 plus beta. So this value is very large. So when reverse saturation current is varied, this collector current is also varying, and this collector current is directly depends on the beta value, and this IC directly depends on the IB. So this IB depends on again VBE. When small VB changes, IB also changes. We know that input characteristics of CA amplifier is drawn between the input voltage and input current. It is nothing but VBE and IB. Yes. So when VBE changes, IB also changes. We know that one. So from that we can say this collector current is the one of the main parameter in the operating point. In operating point we are considering VCE and IC for C amplifier. So this IC is depends on the beta and ICO and VBE values. So how these beta and VBE and ICO values are varying with respect to the temperature. Yes. So now we need to make the stabilize. Yes. How can we stabilize this? So first variation ICO, reverse saturation current. This ICO is reverse saturation current of collector junction. We know this reverse saturation current is due to the minority carriers crossing at the collector junction. Yes. If I am taking NPN transistor in collector, minority carriers are holes. Holes are crossing at the collector junction. That current is called reverse saturation current. Yes. We know reverse saturation current is always varying with respect to the temperature. It is already discussed in the our PN junction diode. Yes, when PN junction diode is in reverse bias condition, the current flows in the reverse bias condition is reverse saturation current I naught. We know it is varying with the temperature. We already discussed for every 1 degree Celsius temperature increase, the reverse saturation current increased by 7%. Yes. So here also that base to collector junction is a reverse bias. Yes. For every 1 degree Celsius of temperature increases, that reverse saturation current of collector junction increases 7% of previous value. Yes. So we can say this reverse saturation current at collector junction is varying with the temperature. For every 1 degree Celsius, it varies 7%. For every 10 degree Celsius, this reverse saturation current is doubled. This point is also discussed in the diode discussions. Next, variation in VBE. So we know VB is nothing but the potential between the base to emitter terminals. So this is forward voltage of emitter junction. We know. So emitter junction must be in forward bias in C amplifier. So we can say this VBE is the forward voltage of emitter junction. It is also temperature dependent. How it is depends on the temperature we'll discuss. We know that input characteristics of CE amplifier is drawn between the VBE and IB. It is looking like our PN diode forward bias condition. Yes, we already discussed the temperature effect on VI characteristics of diode. Yes, so when we are increasing the temperature, what happens? The cut-in voltage is decreases. So in, for every 1 degree Celsius of temperature increases, that VB value is decreased by 2.5 millivolts. It is already discussed. So we can say dV by dt is equals to minus 2.5 millivolts. So a change in the VB will cause a change in the IB. When IB changes, again collector current changes. So we can say this IC value is depends on the VB value. Again VB depends on the temperature. So ICO and VB both are varying with the temperature. When these are varying, again collector current changes. Next, third parameter, beta value. Variation in beta value. So beta is nothing but we know it is defined as a current gain in C amplifier. This beta is vary due to the replacement of the transistor. I said this beta value is for current gain is always differ from one transistor to another transistor. Practically, it is difficult to get the same transistor, same beta value in the transistors. So it is also varying the with the temperature. When temperature increases, this beta value is also increases. So the variation in beta again cause a change in the collector current. Yes. So we already know the how it depends on the beta value. Yes. So we can say collector current IC is unstable due to the change in the reverse saturation current at collector and base to emitter potential, and third one is beta value. So we can say this collector current is the function of ICO, VBE and beta value. Yes. So from the calculus of multivariate variables, we can write change in the IC is equals to partial change in the ICO and delta ICO. So here I have written delta IC equals to dou IC by dou ICO into delta ICO plus dou IC by dou VBE into delta VBE plus dou IC by dou beta into delta B. So this formula I have written from the calculus of multivariables. Yes, and here I am defining the dou IC by dou ICO is nothing but change in the collector current with respect to the reverse action current of collector. So here I am replacing this dou IC by dou ICO with S. So S into delta ICO plus dou IC by dou VBE. So this collector current is changing with respect to the VBE potential VBE value. So the term is replaced with the S bar. So it is S bar into delta VBE. Third one, dou IC by dou beta. So this collector current is changing with respect to the beta. So this is replaced with the S double bar into delta B beta. So here S bar, S double bar I defined as S equals to dou IC by dou ICO, S bar equals to dou IC by dou VB plus and S double bar equals to dou IC by dou beta. These three are called stability factors. These three are called stability factors. Yes. The stabilization is required to make the collector current constant. Yes. So here If collector current to remain stable, then delta IC should be small, hence stability factor should be small. Yes. So from this formula I have written instability in collector current IC as two undesired effects. What are the effects if instability present in the collector current? That are two. When IC is varying or when IC is unstable, then Q point become always unstable. It is always moving, either it is towards saturation region or towards cutoff region. So it does not remain at the center of load. So when it is moving towards either saturation or towards cutoff, then what happens? We will not get the proper amplification. That means we will get the distortion. Yes. And one more drawback of variation in the collector current. If collector current increases more, then what happens? So when collector current increases more, the power dissipation at the collector junction increases. So every transistor has its own maximum power dissipation rating, but when more current collector current flows through the collector junction, then due to the more power dissipation, the BJT will damage. Yes. So when I increase in the more temperature, increase in the collector current. Again, when collector current is increases, again heat produces at the collector junction is also increases. When increases at the collector junction, again temperature increases. When temperature increases, collector current increases. Collector current increases, heat produced at the collector junction increases. Again temperature increases. So it is cycle. Yes, due to the large number of repetition of the cycle, large current will produce at the collector junction. Due to this higher heat produced at the collector junction, the transistor will destroy. It is nothing but self-destruction of transistor. So increase in the temperature, collector current increases, heat produced at the collector junction increases. Again temperature increases, collector current increases, heat produced at the collector junction increases. So due to this cycle, so it is nothing but increase in the temperature, heat produced at the collector junction increases. So due to this higher power, the transistor will destroy itself. It is nothing but thermal runaway. Yes. So we need to keep the collector current is stable. Yes. So we can stable the collector current either stabilization method or compensation method. This stabilization technique or stabilization method is nothing but use of resistive biasing circuits which allow IB to vary so as to keep IC relatively constant with variation in the ICO, beta and VBA. In the compensation technique, use of temperature sensitive devices such as diodes, transistors, thermistors, sensistors, etc., which provide the compensating the voltage and currents to maintain the operating point. By using this temperature sensitive device, we are compensating the voltage and currents to maintain the operating point stable. This is compensation method. Stability factor. We already said the stability factor S is nothing but dou IC by dou ICO, and we defined S dash. It is also stability factor. It is nothing but dou IC by dou VBE. And third one S double dash dou IC by dou VBE. This stability factor is defined as is the rate of change of collector current with respect to the reverse saturation current. Otherwise, you can say it's the rate of change of collector current with respect to the base to emitter voltage. Otherwise, you can say it's the rate of change of collector current with respect to the forward current gain beta. Yes. So here I am taking the stability factor S. So it is nothing but dou IC by dou ICO. It is equation number 1. We know IC equals to beta IB plus 1 plus beta ICO in CE amplifier. So we are differentiating with respect to IC. Now it is equals to dou IC by dou IC equals to 1 beta dou IB by dou IC plus 1 plus beta dou ICO by dou IC. So when we are differentiating with respect to IC, we need to consider the VBE and beta are constant. When we are differentiating with respect to VBE, we need to consider the ICO and beta are constant. When we are differentiating with respect to beta, ICO and VBE are constant. Yes. So now we are writing S equals to dou IC by dou ICO. From this we can write 1 plus beta by 1 minus beta dou IB by dou IC. Yes, this is the formula for the stability factor. Yes, so while we are deriving the dou IC by dou ICO, we need to consider the VBE and beta constant. When we are deriving the dou IC by dou VBE, we need to consider ICO and beta constant. When we are deriving the dou IC by dou beta, ICO and VBE are constant. Yes, in any BJT circuit, dou IB lies between 0 and -1. Hence, stability factor lies between 1 and 1 plus beta. So we know the ideal value of stability factor is very small. So to get this small value, so this dou IB by dou IC must be lies between the 0 and -1. Yes, when it is 0, we will get the S equals to 1 plus beta. It's the smallest value. Yes, when you are considering the dou IB by dou beta equals to -1, then it is 2, 1 plus beta by 2 value. Yes, and we already said the stability factor must be smaller value, so the ideal value is equals to 1. Yes, calculate the stability factor, either it is a S or S dash or S double dash. First we need to apply the proper loop KVL and obtain the expression for IB value. Yes, then we need to differentiate with respect to IC. We will get the dou IB by dou IC, that will be substituted in the formula S. It is equal to 1 plus beta by 1 minus beta dou IB by dou IC. So by substituting here, you will get the S value. How will you get the S dash? Stability factor S dash. So in standard equation of IC, replace the IB in terms of VB. Why? Because here dou IC with respect to VBE, dou IC by dou VBE. So we need to write IC equation beta IB plus 1 plus beta ICO. So this IB must be replaced with the in terms of VBE values. So we need to write the equation in terms of VBE. Then we need to derive with respect to VBE. You will get the S dash. Similarly, to get the S double dash, again differentiate the same equation obtained in the above step 4 with respect to the beta. You will get the S double dash. Clear? So by differentiating with respect to ICO and VBE and beta, will get the S dash, S double dash. These three are the stability factors. So all these three stability factors must be very small to get the better stability. Before going to that, how different techniques to bias the transistor. Yes. So we know the biasing is nothing but to provide the DC voltage, DC current to an electron device, any device, to obtain the desired functionality from the device. Yes. So the desired functionality of our BJT is amplifier. Yes. So to use that BJT as amplifier, we must provide the required DC voltage and DC current. That is nothing but operating point. Yes. So providing the DC voltage and DC current to make the BJT as amplifier is called BJT biasing. So when you are operating the BJT in activation, then only we can make them we can use that as a amplifier. Thus, to maintain collector current stable so that operating point becomes stable and thermal runaway does not occur. For that, we are popularly used or popularly using biasing techniques or fixed bias. It is also called as base bias. Second one is connected to base bias. Third one is self bias or voltage device bias, emitter bias circuits. Yes. So bias. So you can observe the circuit diagram of fixed bias of CE amplifier. So here it is drawn with the NPN transistor. In this, VCC provides the necessary biasing voltage and current to BJT, and RB is connected to provide base bias. So this VCC provides the DC voltage and current to the BJT through the RB resistor. Yes, so it is called base bias. So first we have to apply the cable at base emitter loop, input loop. In this VCC minus VBE, IB, RB. So here VCC is positive for NPN transistors and VCC is negative for PNP transistors. So from this we can write IB equals to VCC minus VB by RB. This is equation number 1. Since VCC and VBE and RB are constant values, yes, IB also remains constant and fixed value. In this circuit, VCC whatever we are applying external DC source, it is constant, then VB is also constant. Yes, RB is also constant. So when VB is constant, automatically IB is also constant. So this is called fixed bias circuit. Yes, and apply the KVL in collector emitter loop. It is outer loop. So we can write VCC minus VCE minus ICRC. So from this we can write VCE equals to VCC minus ICRC. So while we are designing the circuit, the collector resistor RC controls the VCE. Yes. So when RC increases, IC value is decreases. Yes. Then automatically VCE also changes. To select the proper RC value, what we need to do? That VCE is always VCC by 2. Why? Because we already said that Q point must be keep the center of the DC load line. So here you can observe it is looking like a DC load line graph. So to keep the operating point at the center of the active region, so we need to take middle point on the DC load line. So what could be the middle point in 0 to VCC scale? VCC by 2. So we can make the VCE point as stable by choosing the VCE equals to VCC by 2. Thereby operating point lies at the center of the low line. So now VCE is present at the center of the low line. Now we need to choose the collector current. Yes, this collector resistor RC also acts as load in amplifier. Since P-type base is positive potential, we know base potential is greater than the emitter potential. Then emitter junction is operating forward bias. And RC is selected such that the collector junction potential must be greater than the VB. Then collector junction is in reverse bias. So these two we know in previous discussion also. So thus BJT is in active region. Yes. Now we need to calculate the stability factor. So we know IB value, IB equals to VCC minus VB by RB. So we can write VCC by RB value. Why? Because this VB is very small value and it is constant. We can neglect that one. So by differentiating with respect to IC, it is equals to 0. Why? Because VCC is 0, RB is 0. So dou IB by dou C can be 0. Yes. So Why? Because IC is not present in the equation, so it is equal to 0. To get the stability factor S, we need to substitute this dou RB by dou SC value in the S. S equals to 1 plus beta by minus 1 minus beta dou by dou IC. By substituting 0 value, we will get the S equals to 1 plus beta value. S. This is the smallest stability factor in the base bias or fixed bias. Similarly, we can calculate the S dash and S bar. It is nothing but S bar equals to dou IC by dou VB. So when we are calculating the S bar, we need to consider the ICO and beta are constant. So IC is equals to beta IB plus 1 plus beta ICO. So we need to write the IB value in terms of VB. I said procedure. Yes. So in the procedure, we need to write the IC equation in terms of VB. So we can replace IB value with VB. So how can we write? IB equals to VCC minus VB by RB. So this IC equals to, we can write beta VCC by RB minus beta VB by RB plus 1 plus beta ICO. So now we can differentiate with respect to VB, then dou IC by dou VB equals to minus beta by RB. This is the stability factor S dash in the fixed bias or base bias. Double dash. It is nothing but dou IC by dou beta. When you are calculating dou IC by dou beta, we have to consider the dou ICO and VB are constant. So again, same equation I am differentiating with respect to beta value. Now it is equals to dou IC by dou beta. It is equals to VCC by RB minus VB by RB plus ICBO. So VCC by RB can be written, VCC minus VB by RB can be written as, these two can be written as IB value plus ICBO. Sorry, it is I have written ICBO. So ICBO both are same, no problem. So S double dash equals to dou IC by dou beta. So here you can write S double dash equals to dou IC by dou beta equals to IB plus ICO. This reverse oscillating current at collector junction is very small, so we can neglect that. So S double dash equals to IB value. So IB equals to what we can write? IB equals to IC by beta value. Yes, in fixed bias circuit, this IB is constant but IC is unstable. What is the drawback here? S double dash equals to again IC by beta only. Yes. So here we are making the IB as constant, but IC is unstable due to the variation in temperature and beta value. So here this is the drawback in the fixed bias. Thank you. So this drawback will overcome by some other biasing technique. Okay, we'll discuss in later. Thank you.